Tech Talks Education. Let us continue with what we left on the way. That's the action of heat on substances. We are making our observations and deductions in this case. So, we had looked at what of crystallization got from gentle heating, how to record it. Then we looked at gases. So, in this case now, let us go to a sublimate before we can wind up with the residue got from the process of heating. So, we may get a white sublimate on the cooler part of the test tube. A white sublimate on the cooler part of the test tube. I want us to know what a sublimate is. A sublimate is what forms on the upper part of the test tube. Say like here. So when you're heating your solid under test, then you may find another solid getting deposited here on the cooler part of the test tube. So if you are heating a substance and then you see some solid getting deposited here, take note of its color. If at all when you are starting to heat, there was nothing here like a solid. That's why I said that you must have a clean test tube. So on the cooler part of the test tube, if you get anything which is like a solid that gets deposited here, it can be white in color, it can be green, it can be brown in color, it can be white in color, brown in color. So if you get these colors here, please, you just know which sublimate is likely to be that one there. But I also want to remind you that substances that undergo sublimation are the following. We have iodine, which is not part of what we get in qualitative analysis. We have got ammonium chloride. Yes, we do deal with ammonium ion in qualitative analysis, and we also deal with the chloride ion in qualitative analysis. So this one, as you can remember, we say that ammonium ion is one of the ions whose salts are white in color. So the ammonium chloride, which is among the substances that can undergo sublimation, this one, when you heat it, you get a white sublimate, and you are also able to get ammonia gas, which will be able to take note of very easily because it will be having a distinct choking, irritating smell, and it will be able to turn moist red litmus paper to blue in this case. And then we also have aluminium chloride. Aluminium chloride is also able to undergo sublimation, and we are able to get a white sublimate, only without the production of a gas like a ammonia gas in this case, or any other gas. So we get a white sublimate. We also have iron 3 chloride, and iron 3 chloride is able to give us a brown sublimate. So these ones, we get them in qualitative analysis. When we heat, we are able to get their sublimates forming on the cooler part of the test tube as a white sublimate, and if it is ammonium chloride, it will be produced together with the ammonia gas that you'll be able to take note of. You will also be able to get a white sublimate with aluminium chloride without the production of any other gas. In this case, iron 3 chloride will be formed as a brown sublimate. Remember that at this level we also have other substances that can undergo sublimation. That is, in this case, solid carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide which has been super cooled and has turned straight from a gas to a solid in the process of sublimation. So when you heat it, it changes directly into a gas, but we don't deal with it in this case in qualitative analysis. So with sublimates, we expect to get a white sublimate of ammonium chloride together with the ammonia gas. We expect to get aluminum chloride as a white sublimate. We are able to get iron 3 chloride as a brown sublimate. So let us look at these three here. As you can see, we already have this observation of a white sublimate on the cooler part of the test tube without any other gas. That means that in this case, we have cleared aluminum chloride. So if you have got only a white sublimate on the cooler part of the test tube, that means that it is aluminum chloride. Therefore, it is aluminum ion, which is present in that white sublimate. Then let us go to ammonium chloride. When you heat ammonium chloride as one of the substances that undergo sublimation, we are not touching iodine because we don't deal with it at this level in qualitative analysis. So with ammonium chloride 1, it gives us a white sublimate on the cooler part of the test tube. And remember that we also have ammonia gas produced at the same time. So we also say, if we cannot connect it here, then we can also put the ammonia gas in its own line here within the same box here. So we also say a colorless gas with a choking irritating smell. Colorless gas with a choking irritating smell, and which turns moist red litmus paper blue, because in this case ammonia gas is an alkaline gas. A colorless gas with a choking irritating smell and turns moist red litmus paper blue or to blue. So this one is our ammonium chloride. Therefore, there is ammonium ion. And then we also look at iron 3 chloride, which is formed as a brown sublimate. This is also a possibility. We say a brown sublimate on the cooler part of that test tube. Much as we have this, but we should also be able to remember that iron 3 chloride in this case, which is formed as a brown sublimate, is also highly deliquescent. It becomes wet. When you leave it standing for a short time, just it becomes wet and finally turns into a solution, into a brown solution. That is just a reminder, but remember that here we are talking about the product or what is observed rather as a result of the process of heating. So if it is iron 3 chloride, we are able to get a brown sublimate on the cooler part of the test tube. And that brown sublimate, in this case, since it is brown, it must be containing iron 3 iron, and indeed it is iron 3 chloride in particular, which is able to undergo sublimation. It is iron 3 chloride, and therefore we have got the iron 3 iron. So here we are a bit specific because we have just a handful of substances at ordinary level that undergo sublimation when we heat them. So we have mentioned them here, and then these are the ions likely to be present in there. So that is that with the observation made when we heat a substance and we are able to get a sublimate. So a sublimate is got from the process of sublimation, whereby sublimation is the direct change from solid to gas, or from gas back to solid without passing through the liquid state. So we skip melting, we skip boiling, we skip condensation, we skip freezing, but just from solid to gas, and on cooling from gas to solid. So these are the substances which when heated undergo sublimation, and when we get these observations, then it means that they are present and the ions in them, the cations, are therefore present. So I don't want us to be able to forget this. Now, this is with the sublimates, and we are remaining with the residues, which we are going to see in our next session. TEP Talks Education. Thanks for watching, and get ready for the next session.